Hello, it's Friday the 17th of September. My name is Mark Williams. I'm Chief Asia Economist at Capital Economics, and this is your week in review. Now, this week was 13 years exactly after Lehman Brothers collapsed, and that led some commentators to question whether maybe China was on the brink of its own Lehman moment, given the troubles at its giant property developer, Evergrande. We explained why we don't think that a financial crisis is imminent in China, but why also the problems at Evergrande and also at other large Chinese property developers will lead China into an era of much weaker growth. Elsewhere, our focus has remained on inflation, including our takes on why a record jump in CPI probably won't change minds at the Bank of England, why the US isn't out of the woods yet despite the weaker than expected core CPI reading this week, and why and how a record rise in shipping prices could pass through to consumer prices. Now, the week's data has provided more grist for the mill then about the global inflation outlook, but there's no sense that the debate has become any less polarized. And that's why we've launched CE Spotlight. This week we published the first reports in this series on the inflation question. They examined the pandemic-induced inflation, drivers of higher inflation in history, and the risk that demand surge pushes up inflation after the pandemic. We'll be publishing more in this series next week, including a look at the structural changes through history that have affected inflation, as well as the impact of shifts in thinking by central bankers. And don't forget our week of online events on the subject starting on the 27th of September. You can find all of the details and all of the research on our website. Thanks for listening.